Okay, here goes. So, guilty pleasures. There's a lot of things here. Some of them are going to seem kind of common, and depending on how you choose to define a guilty pleasure, may or may not really seem that guilty after all. But hey, whatever, right? I'm going to be doing a lot of clipping here and there, just going to record random things. I sort of have a cheat sheet, so it's not really random, but I will cut and paste the whole thing together at the end, so you can expect that. So I'm going to start recording these clips, and here we go. Did I just say here we go? What a tool. Historical fiction. It's not real, but it is. My favorite is A Soldier of the Great War by Mark Helprin. This book is amazing. I absolutely love it. It is 792 pages of like pure awesome, very deep, very moving, kind of depressing book, but I really like it. So I import things from Asia. You know why? Because it's Asia. Games, mostly, sometimes soundtracks. I import a lot of PSP games from Korea because a lot of them have English language settings, and that's cool. I get a lot of DS games from Japan, notably the Jump Ultimate Stars. Any of you who know what Shonen Jump is, which I assume most of you watching this will, it's like only the most awesome fighting game with random characters from 40 different Jump series. Pretty badass, I'd say. And then I get a lot of my rhythm games out of Korea because they do some really cool shit. So, I pay considerable amounts of money to import stuff, but hey, nothing wrong with that, right? McDonald's chicken nuggets. They are absolutely disgusting. It's like the worst excuse for 100% all white meat I have ever had in my entire life, and I absolutely love it. I usually order 20 or 30 at a time and completely gorge myself. Oh, they're so gross. I don't know why. Ugh. Reference books, like historical documentation, encyclopedias, and even dictionaries. When I was in third grade, I used to have to grab the dictionary every week and flip open to 10 random pages and pick out the 10 longest words I could find, rather than doing vocabulary like everyone else. I had to learn the spelling, enunciation, and definition of all of them and be able to use them in a sentence. I kind of caused a lot of trouble in elementary school because I read it at college level while everybody else was, trying to learn the do's and don'ts of the English language. Because of this, my vocabulary is inessentially superfluous, though I prize it nevertheless. Also, supercalifragilisticexpialidocious has 14 syllables and 34 letters. supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Yeah, I know. Virgin Radio UK. Shirts. Like these. Or that one. This is one of my favorites. Raccoons with lightsabers. The real threat. And I have a bunch more, but they're all in the laundry because I wear them a lot. So, shit, now I gotta pick all those up. Damn. I have had arthritis since I was 14. One of my true guilty pleasures is cracking my joints, especially around people who really hate when I do that. I like it. I'm an asshole. Wow. Naruto. I'll admit it. I like it. Sue me. On that note, as far as anime goes, I am a really big fan of Ippo. I never thought that I would enjoy a sports-related anime, but after watching a single episode, I was hooked and have seen the entire thing 3 times. It's freaking awesome. Seriously. As far as manga goes, some of my favorites are Hellsing, which is phenomenal. Bleach is pretty good. I kind of like the anime too. Even the English version really isn't too bad. And fuck you if you say otherwise. And Black Cat is really cool. I'm a fan. I buy strategy guides for video games and then I never use them. I collect stuff. This is Mitsuru Kirijo from Shin Megami Tensei Persona 3, and she's still sealed in her box. What a badass. I'm new to D&D. This is my first campaign ever. We did our second session the other day, and it's a lot of fun. I always told myself that if I started playing D&D, I would become the ultimate nerd. I now know otherwise. There are people nerdier than me on the internet, but I'm still pretty high up there. It's a lot of fun, and we're going to carry the campaign over into 4th ed, so respecking should be really interesting. I'm looking forward to it. June is going to be a really fun month. Graphic novels. Holy crap, I love graphic novels. Frank Miller and his entire Sin City saga. Wow. But really, The Watchmen and From Hell are two of the most amazing works of literature that I have ever read and or looked at, because you can't really read a picture. And also not with me at the moment is Superman Red Son, probably my favorite graphic novel of all time. It is currently being loaned out, so I can't show it off, but you should check it out, seriously. And finally, the reason the entire clip exists, my comic book vices and or, guilty pleasures. I read a lot of comics, from webcomics to, pen and paper comics. I read a lot of printed stuff, but I will admit that I don't own a lot of it. All the same, one of my favorites is probably, and you're gonna hate me, but this is why it's a guilty pleasure, The Rangers. They originally appeared in an issue of The Incredible Hulk, later appeared in Marvel Civil War. I don't know why, but I guess that's why it's a guilty pleasure. The Rangers are just really cool, and kind of dorky at the same time. I live in Texas, so I'm not all like woohoo, gung-ho, state pride or anything like that, but I mean, come on, it's the Rangers, that's cool. And my favorite character from the Rangers is probably, I'm gonna have to go with Firebird. Not because she is a woman, but because she's pyrokinetic and pretty much lights herself on fire at her every whim. As a pyromaniac, I have a lot of respect for that. That's really hot. Pun actually intended for once. So yeah, like basically the female Johnny Storm, if you will. That's cool. And there you go. Those are some of my guilty pleasures. And this video is probably long enough. I'm out.
The video is over, unless there's more.